Hello, Sean Stradamus. This is Lisa Vanderpump. Well, I hear that every week you go live supporting entrepreneurs and having a bigger impact. We've made a huge impression on so many. I know that you have an ability to see into the future of business. I love to hear this. Hey, congratulations for everything you do. You are obviously really, really respected, loved, and adored, Sean. So, Sean Stradamus, keep doing what you're doing. Big kiss from me, too. Wow.
Sean loves Lisa.
Lisa Vanderpump,
Hey,
Scandival is going on. Wow, that was excellent. How about that, everybody? How about that? Lisa Vanderpump jumping into BDC Live. Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow. You know what? Did it feel like you were on your own reality show?
Yeah, I felt like James. I was going to say I felt like Tom, but Tom's a cheater.
You
That's
can't.
not me.
That's
Not Tom.
Tom. It's called Scandival for a reason.
Scandival. Yes. Look who we've got here, everybody. We've got Pat Kimball producing today in-house, and we have special guests joining us for the live, Dr. Steve Tullius. What is up, Dr. Steve?
Oh, just here in Austin, getting ready to go out dancing in a little bit. So,
Of course
but
you are.
of course I am. It's Wednesday night. It's the best night of the week for it.
Is it really?
It is.
Interesting.
All right, everybody. We're giving away how much? How much money are we giving away
What
today,
are we giving away,
Patrick?
Pat?
$700.
$700 to one lucky winner. Here's the deal. We're going to be drawing 7 names from the canasta. The canasta is filled with all of the names, every single name of every single Black Diamond Club member. If you want to put your name in the canasta, all you've got to do is go to www.blackdiamondclub.com. Brand new website dropping here very soon. It's imminent. When will it drop, Lacey?
Probably within the next week.
No, it's way too long.
It's not too
way
long.
too
Okay.
long.
Friday.
Let's drop that new website on Friday. It's going to be popping. It's going to be sick. You got to go to www.blackdiamondclub.com. We're making big changes on the internal side of what we do, how we run this business, getting streamlined. All you got to do is join Black Diamond Club. You get your name in the canasta, and you got a chance to win every single week. And this week, we're giving away $700. We're drawing 7 names, Mr. Patrick Kimball there, but you got to be present to win when we call your name.
All right. So I see that we're having tons of feedback. Are other people hearing that, or is
What?
it just McCarley?
What?
Yeah, that McCarley's saying somebody needs to mute us because there's tons of
Might
feedback
be
on
on
our
Pat's
mic.
side. Might be you, Patrick. Might be you.
We
I
can't
turned it
hear
down
it.
a little bit. Let me know if that's better.
All right, somebody let us know. Better now. Sound is better. We can keep rolling.
Hey,
Just gotta
Steve,
check in with our people.
tell us real quick before we dive into some of our content here. Tell us a little bit about your business. Tell us about Sales Workshop. We had you as one of our sponsors, and you're sponsoring here on BDC Live. Super happy to have Waitlist Workshops here with us. Tell us what you got cooking over there.
The sales workshop was always phenomenal. The amazing content. The weekend was great. We were there as vendors, brought on, I think we had 10 or 11 new clients come on. And the really cool thing this time was we brought on a lot of other vertical markets. So we had a videographer, Dwayne Todd Allen, join us, had a discovery call with him today to really understand his business, to get people in the seats for his services. So excited to expand into lots of different markets right now, because workshops are one of the best ways to get in front of your leads, the high quality leads at that.
Not even is it one of the best ways. Actually, what we've been talking about, it will be like the best way to get in front of your market, especially with everything that's going on with AI, which we're going to talk about tonight. But live experiences are going to win. So that's why everything that you've been doing has already been so phenomenal and helped so many people. But moving forward, I think it's just going to blow up, especially expanding into other verticals, because that's what people are going to be looking for. So super excited.
Let's jump into some AI stuff.
Let's talk. Yeah.
There's nothing going on in the world even. So there's nothing, you guys don't have anything that you got to get to. Steve has two-step country line dancing. Everybody else, there's no football, NCAA tournament, nothing going on tonight. There's nothing. It's literally nothing going on. Let's talk about AI. So everybody's all hyped about ChatGPT 4 coming out. All of the entrepreneurs are talking about this. I'm seeing everybody putting
I'm
out
hyped about
courses.
it. Yeah.
People putting out courses. And tonight we want to talk about what does it mean. I know Lisa Vanderpump. She's like, what does it mean? ChatGPT. What does this mean for all of us? AI, all of the uses of AI, kind of scary if you think about it. So some people, especially inside of the entrepreneur space, some people are super pumped up. But here's the danger. Here's what we're going to see. In fact, I saw an interesting thing. Let's start with this. I saw that Elon announced that Twitter is only going to show people that are paying or that have the blue check mark in the preferential feed, right? So preferred feed. In the preferred feed, you're going to have a check mark, either earned or paid for, in order to show up there. And the reason why, so one, there's the business side. It's the monetization of Twitter, right? So they have figured out that basically if you want to actually be on Twitter and you want to share your stuff, share your content, you're going to have to be a paid blue check marker. And that allows them to monetize basically all of the content creators. Now, a lot of people, a lot of the fake profiles, they're putting out content using AI. And he's like, listen, because of AI, it's going to be so easy to put out a whole bunch of garbage on literally any topic. We're not going to give preference unless you're willing to pay. So you can still pay and use AI to create your content. Now, when ChatGPT first hit the ground, what had happened, and I'm going to ask Pat, if you can back there figure out how to, let's just mute the other feeds that are on here. I think that'll solve. Some people are saying they're getting some feedback. So if you'll just go ahead and mute the other two that are on with us until we bring them up, now that should solve that. But here's the thing. Here's what had happened is when ChatGPT first came out for people, everybody was pumped and they were like, oh, this is great. In fact, I saw a lot of the earlier self-proclaimed digital marketers running out to try and position themselves and provide courses and instruction on how you would be able to leverage ChatGPT in order to create content. And in their minds, this was revolutionary because you were literally going to flood the internet with information. You're going to be able to create blog posts. You're going to create all kinds of content, social media posts. You were just going to dominate. You were going to literally be able to put out a post every minute if you wanted to. And some people wanted to. But here's what the problem is more and more people jump on that train. We're going to be just literally flooding the internet with literally a bunch of garbage. It's like we're taking a bunch of toilet paper and we're flushing it down the toilet. Nothing wrong with toilet paper, but too much toilet paper going down the toilet is a bad thing. It's going to back up the system. Well, this is the same thing. Content is great. Information is great and it's valuable. But those of you that are leveraging AI in the wrong way, you're literally going to clog the system. You're going to clog the internet. You're going to clog social media. And this is going to trigger a sequence of events. Now, on the backside of this, that's one thing that's going on. The other thing that's going on is we saw recently the picture of the Pope, swaggy Pope, right?
With the puffer jacket.
We saw swaggy Pope out there. We saw Biden going to jail. We're seeing all of these images that are being created by artificial intelligence. And in fact, it's not just images. We can now create video. And the video could be of anybody we want as long as we have content. We have video of them speaking. And as long as we have enough of it, we can create videos of them speaking literally in their voice about any single topic. We're just going to load the script, if you will, up into the process, and we'll be able to create videos of people saying whatever they want. You were saying.
No, I was just going to say, but there's still so many good uses for it. I know we're going to get there. And I just keep thinking about all the things of AI gone wrong, but how many ways can it go right? And you can't be so stuck like on the negative impact that it could make, because what will happen is people will be able to leverage it to get ahead of you. So you still need to know how to utilize it.
Well, I think you need to know what the negative is, because that's where the opportunity
the opportunity lies. Yes.
So my prediction, because Lisa Vanderpump came on here, we should play the video again in the middle. It was so great. But I mean, when Lisa Vanderpump
said he is Vanderpumped up right now.
I'm Vanderpumped up too.
Sean's going to watch that a lot. I don't know who did that for you.
So
I need to know that too.
I received the Sheena video on my birthday from Sheena
Yeah,
Shea.
you did.
I could probably now, we have friends that actually know Sheena. We don't have to cameo that stuff.
No, he's called her with us in the
Oh,
room.
that's true.
That's
We've
right.
called.
We heard
We've
Brock
FaceTimed.
talk to Brock.
We FaceTimed Brock one
Yeah.
time. But this was awesome to see
Was
Lisa.
she AI? That's awesome. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know.
Actually, that would be
Lisa,
actually.
Well, Lisa or Sheena? Sheena was not
No,
AI because that was a
Lisa
phone.
could have been AI.
Lisa could have been AI.
That would have been
for all we
impressive.
know.
Did our team do that? We got to find out.
So because I'm Sean Stradamus, here's what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing coming up in the very near future, especially in the election cycle. I'm predicting 2024, next year, 1 year from now, we're going to see in the election cycle all of these videos of the candidates, maybe even before that, right? As we go into, you're going to have Trump and DeSantis. I don't know if Biden's running or if he's running unopposed. He's his own AI. We don't have to do AI. He just does his thing and you can't tell if it's real or not. But you're going to have video of Trump saying all kinds of outrageous and ludicrous things. You're going to have video of DeSantis saying outrageous and ludicrous things as they're running, as it appears, they're running against each other. And of course, all of the fringe candidates too are probably putting these AI videos in the mix. They probably don't have AI videos of them because they're probably not a threat, but that might be a strategy of how they might knock down two of the top dogs or the apparent top dogs. And here's what we're looking for. Throughout this process, people are going to get confused. You see Swaggy Pope, you see Biden going to jail, and then eventually you're like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if that was Lisa Vanderpump. How did they do that? What's going on? What's happening? And people begin to question the veracity of the material, of the content that they're consuming, both on television, which is important, and online through social media. When this happens, this is going to open the door for AI to be used in a productive way, in a responsible way, in a way that will be actually done for the good. Unfortunately, my prediction is we have to let the nefarious people wreck it. It's always that way, right? Nefarious people have got to wreck it. If you're listening to us today, you're going to watch it. We can't stop it. Like, well, maybe we'll stop it. We're not going to stop it. They're going to do what nefarious people do. But here's what we're talking about is we could be well positioned in order to take advantage of the chaos and confusion that gets created by AI. So you are big on the positive uses of AI.
I'm curious. Is Steve
What would
still
we
here?
do?
I mean,
Yes, of course Steve's still here.
I'm curious what Steve
I
thinks
just wanted
about
to okay,
AI,
we want to hear
and
what he
if-
thinks about the negative side.
and how he sees it impacting any of the stuff that people are currently doing with their social media. Because Steve's kind of a
He's
social media expert.
guru.
Yeah, been doing this for a long time, fine tuning ads, getting stuff and messages out there. So I want to know Steve's thoughts.
Get on your soapbox,
Come
Steve.
on,
Let's
Steve.
hear it.
Yeah, I've seen some people out there putting out some really cool products where you can have AI create videos of you with all kinds of content. I think that's really positive and useful for all business owners, and we're all going to be able to use this. But like you're saying, people aren't going to know what to trust, and that's why the live events are going to be so valuable. I'm going to always love live events no matter what. I mean, I've given over 300 live events myself, where I've actually been the speaker. I love them because it attracts the people who really want, need, and value what you have. And once they've sat through whatever you're presenting on, and they said they want to work with you, now it's super easy. They just want to take your recommendations. So regardless of AI or not, I'm always going to be a big fan of it. But with this advent of AI and not being able to trust anything, people are just going to naturally want that, and they're going to want to know that the person that they're going to choose to work with is not made to look really smart just because AI made them look really smart. They want to know that person is actually the person who they're going to work with and trust.
So here's the thing, and I guess this is a question for both of you, because a lot of what happens in a live event is you showcasing your ability as and intellect as an expert in some sort of topic or category, right? But in order to get people to a live event, we have to be able to connect with them and capture their attention and showcase some sort of expertise on the front side so that they're even interested in the live event. Well, if now we have all of this toilet paper of people pretending to be experts, aren't you going to have to figure out how to integrate into that to at least drive people to live events? How do we see that working together? Or what do we think about that?
Yeah, I mean that's a valid concern. Could people trust the content that's even going to drive them to the live event? I think ultimately, even like right now, we use primarily, copy. We're not using a lot of video to drive people to
Right.
events. So I think that's people can trust. They're going to end up trusting that probably more than a video if they can't trust that that's actually the person. Copy is going to be assumed that someone created. Of course, an AI can create that too. Ultimately, it comes down to people have problems, right? They need a solution, and when the problem is big enough, and we should all be trying to solve the biggest problems in people's lives, is the problem's big enough, they're going to seek potential solutions. And once they're there in front of the person, now they're going to make the judgment whether or not this is the right person to help solve that problem.
Well, one of my concerns is that, people are going to, I mean, and this is going to happen to Steve and Steve's clients. People are going to see the success that Steve is having. Let's say that Steve's doing talks. One of his signature program is done on unraveling neurodevelopmental disorders. So somebody takes that as a keyword and they type it into Chat GPT. Um, Give me a presentation on neurodevelopmental disorders. And Chat GPT literally creates this, like
Right.
just bang, like in an instant, boom. And then you're like, yeah, but you make it a little less technical. Give me and then you just refine it, right? And you get it how
Add
you
more
want,
emotional component.
and then you deliver it. But here's the thing. Here's the key to this: is that even if I leveraged Chat GPT in, for example, something where is an area of expertise, if I don't actually have the expertise, that's the thing.
There'll be a
They're
disconnect when they talk to you.
people are using
Yeah.
Chat GPT to create content. But if you're not an expert in the content that's being created, as soon as somebody is in your physical presence, well, they're going to
Yeah.
read right through that. They're going to be like, wait a
Right.
minute,
Yeah.
this isn't the same thing that I saw on the internet, and your credibility is going to be destroyed. I got to tell you, lots and lots of people are going to be harmed greatly, and their businesses are going to be harmed greatly because they used Chat GPT or they used AI in a way that they had good intentions. I
They're
get it.
falsifying their
Yeah, but they're holding
their
themselves out to be
expertise.
something
Yeah.
that they're not. And that's where
Exactly.
Steve Julius comes in.
Exactly. And so, as you guys know, people don't buy on logical certainty, they buy on emotional certainty. And
Right.
that's conveyed through tonality, through presence, that's a feeling people get when they're in the presence of an expert and a specialist, and that can never be reproduced by
Replicated.
AI.
Mhm. Yep.
Right. So that it's that emotional certainty piece that's going to be so pivotal to help the public really want to work with people. And now part of that's done purely through sharing testimonials and things like that, but there's so much more to it. I've been working with Paul Rakowitz. He's in BDC. He's a vocal coach, and I already felt like I had a lot of that down. But man, he's been. I didn't plan on giving a big shout out here, but anyone looking to really increase their emotional certainty, that getting that across at workshops, Paul is fantastic for that. So my point is though, with logical certainty alone, that's not going to drive people to actually work with you.
That's really interesting. And I love that. And I hope everybody is listening, because if live events are going to come at a premium, that means that you should start thinking about now on fine tuning and increasing your skill and your ability to deliver. Right. And I think that that's so important, because
In person.
in person, that's
In
what I mean. Like what
person.
Steve's talking about, like the actual delivery of the content once you drive people there, because everything else can just be, I don't want to say fabricated, but created or generated now through AI, but that cannot. And we talk all the time about pouring into yourself, into your skill. This is a skill that's going to need to be honed in order for you to be able to ride this wave and take advantage of the opportunity that's coming down the line by doing live events and workshops. So I love that. You guys should all be thinking about that.
Well, you wanted to talk about how to use AI.
It's not even how to use it, just
Positive.
the positive about it. I think for all of us, probably all three of us on here right now, Steve's putting together so many workshops and so many presentations. You said 300? Like,
Well, I've given over that, that many. I haven't
yeah.
created that many different ones.
No, but you've delivered 300 times that even if it's a similar talk, you're still doing research, right? To continue to further develop those things. And every time Sean and I put together a workshop, I spend hours online looking up concepts, curating information, reading a blog over here, reading an article over here, watching a video over here. And I just think about how much time that takes. I mean, you could go on to chat GPT, ask it a question, and it will just curate all that information for you. So while I'm not saying copy and paste that, I don't think that that is ethical or congruent. I say utilize it as a way to cut down your time so that you can actually, you know, look up more information, learn more about that topic to become a better expert in your delivery to what you're going to do in a live event. So I think it's the ability for it to actually give you more time and space to get more information and deliver more goods to people. I think that's a positive.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think it feeds Steve because
Yes.
you are able to ask Chat GPT questions. And so people that are using it for the positive, like Steve, are able to figure out the touch points, the key
Yes.
elements that would be included, and even a lot of the questions or obstacles or
Concerns that people
issues
have.
that people
Yeah.
would have so that they can be addressed in your workshops. What do you
Yeah.
say, Steve?
Yeah, no, I mean, for using it in that manner it's actually pretty mind blowing, right? When you
It is.
actually ask it these questions, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like I asked the other day, why? Give me the top 5 reasons to explain why doctors should be giving workshops. And now here's the cool thing: it was the top 5 were the exact same things I would actually have shared. Now it was done in a way that it was delivered in a way that perfect English. I would have been very happy with copying and pasting that and putting it as a post, right? So there are amazingly useful ways to use this. Uh, and as you're sharing, Lacey, it does really increase our efficiency and time in curating content. One of the challenges though is, can we always trust what AI is going to deliver to us as being the truth as well, right? We all know we live in a society where we can't always do that. So we're still going to have to, as experts and leaders and specialists, really go to it. But then also we're going to need our back channels of information as well, so that we make sure that we're delivering the best content and information to our clients. And I think that's something that we really need to focus on as well.
Yeah, and I love, so we've got a couple actually question here, but I also want to reiterate what Megan said is it does speed up work, but copywriters, editors, they can still run your stuff through like plagiarism checkers. So what's going to happen eventually?
Well, there already are. There's
Yeah.
AI. There's AI
detectors
detectors
out
that
there.
already
So you can't
exist.
just do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
So I
that
think that's
exists.
important. Anand asks, is this a good indication for smaller, more frequent speaking engagements as well, like lunch and learns? Do we think that that's going to be coming back essentially?
Yeah, I think that people are going to be craving that. So I think that's a great opportunity to be constantly doing things like that. You can, you can do coffee with the doc, even things like that, where you have small engagements where you just invite people in to have these one-on-one connections. They don't have to be these, once a month workshops. You could do a weekly thing where you're inviting people in for events. I think people would really respond well to that.
Love it.
Tell us a little bit about your product, Waitlist Workshops. You mentioned like, oh, we signed up a videographer. Like, how does it work? People that are watching that are from various industries, how can they get involved? How can they get plugged in with you?
Yeah, so they can get plugged in with us by reaching out to myself on Facebook, Instagram. Go directly to our website, waitlistworkshops.com, set up a call. And for those in various vertical markets, we sit down. We did 2 of these today. We sit down. We have a discovery call to really understand the ins and outs of your business, your product and service, the wants, needs, and desires of your target audience, who they are. And then we help craft the workshop content and title, because that's where we as marketers really understand how to get people to events through attractive titles and through copy and all those things. And a lot of times what we find is that our clients are specialists in the thing that they do, but they often they're not specialists in how to package that in a way that's going to drive the most number of people to come to an event, and in such a way that's going to drive them towards the best product offering that they have. That's something that we've really discovered recently. So we help businesses put that all together, craft the content in this workshop formula that we've created that allows those individuals to basically just plug in their information into our workshop formula, our PowerPoint. We know the sequence, how to take someone from an uninformed individual to someone who's now informed. And for those who went to the sales workshop, you know what I'm talking about. But we give them the information to just plug into their content, their service, and from there, now we do our magic, which is find those people on social media and retarget them and get their butts in the seats, so that all the individuals have to do is focus on the content they're going to deliver, the offer, which we also help them with, because that's the other thing. We found that if we only help people get in front of a room full of people, but we don't help them with the sales side of thing, actually having an offer that the most number of people are going to respond to, and even on the other side, conversions, like we're really highly focused to make sure that they're able to not only get butts in the seats, but then get them to sign up and convert once they come in to learn more about whatever service it is that they provide.
How do people get in touch with you?
Weightlessworkshops.com is the best way. We have a link there or we have our calendar to set up a call. And that's the best way. We'll sit down, have a call, see if it's a good fit. We haven't, so far, we haven't found it. Well, I don't want to say we haven't found any industries that couldn't benefit from this. A funeral service, funeral home may not be the best fit for this, right? That would probably not work. But most other service providers, entrepreneurs, coaches, anyone with a service that really could benefit from a heavy educational process, get highly educated leads into their system, can benefit from this.
Weightlessworkshops.com. Do you have to leave? I know you got two-step. Can you hang out a little bit?
I can hang out. I'll hang out in the background. You guys chat. I have my bourbon here, so I'm good.
All right, sweet. Yeah, no, I
Cheers.
wanted to get a couple names in. Let's draw a couple names, see if we can give away a little bit of money.
Yeah, we want to give away money.
Hey, Pat, can you play?
I know.
Can you play the Lisa
Hold on, though,
Vanderpump
because
video
I'm
again?
totally with Megan on this.
Yes.
I'm with Megan on this. A funeral home could actually work really well with a live workshop. Yeah, prepping people for what they want, because that's always the hardest thing. You can't make decisions when you've lost a loved
Hello,
one.
Sean Stradamus. This is Lisa Vanderpump. Well, I hear that every week you go live supporting entrepreneurs and having a bigger impact. We've made a huge impression on so many. I know that you have an ability to see into the future of business. I love to hear this. Hey, congratulations for everything you do. You are obviously really, really respected, loved and adored, Sean. So Sean Stradamus, keep doing what you're doing. Big kiss from me too. Wow.
All right. Patrick Kimball.
I'm going to get that on a
7
loop
names.
for you when you get
7
home.
names, $700 today. 7 names, $700 in order to win. You're all winners. If we call your name, what are the odds? 720 some odd names in the canasta.
Come
Breaking
on,
open the
somebody's got to
canasta.
win tonight.
If we call your name, you're a winner. But to actually get the prize, to get the money, you must claim your prize. Everybody, get ready. Get ready.
I'm drawing them all right now.
Oh, okay. Draw out 7. We're not calling all 7, just so you
No,
know. Just
just
so you're
draw.
ready. I don't know if you want to not draw 7 or what you want to do.
Does the canasta sound terrible again? I can't hear the squeaking.
No, it used to be. No, that's the papers.
No,
That's the
Pat
papers.
put so much oil on that thing.
Yeah, that thing is silent.
There's
bro.
oil on my floors in the new home. He oiled it up
mode.
so badly.
All right, everybody, call your
yeah,
friends.
Pat.
Drawing's about to go
Sorry.
down.
All right.
Drawing's about to happen. You got the timer
Yeah,
right
can
on
you put
Steve's
the
face.
timer? Can you
Yeah,
move the timer
put
down
the
a little
timer
bit?
down.
All we
I
can
know
see
all
is
the-
Steve's forehead.
All the single ladies
Let me
want to
grab
check
this
out
thing.
Steve
It
Tully.
won't let me move it. It's just there.
You got the timer right on Steve Tully. It's like, can you draw
Steve,
it
I don't know if I can do anything about it, bub. You're just going to be there.
No,
let's
it's
move
all
it.
good.
man,
I'm
there's
enjoying
like-
this.
No movage. We'll get Jamesy on that for next week so we can move.
No,
No,
you can
no,
move it right
Come on,
now.
just like you did the other thing.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
just
but it
move
doesn't have a grab. I'm moving the whole screen when I do this. Doesn't go
It's all
anywhere.
good. I'm enjoying this process.
Where's James at?
All right.
There we go. There we go.
It
There
may
we
be
go. There we
locked.
go.
There-
Steve,
locked.
There we
point
go.
to it. Like, point to it.
It's like
You
a-
can
it's
point
like
to
a-
it, Steve. Be like,
there
hey.
All right. All right.
All right,
First
we got
name.
it. We got a name.
It is Natalie Beauchamp.
Oh, that's Natalie. I'm
Beauchamp.
going with.
I think
I'm
it's
going with. Yeah, I think it's.
I think
Beauchamp, like
It could
champagne.
also be said Beecham, by the way.
what?
Natalie Beecham. It could be Beauchamp. It
Mm-hmm.
could be Beauchamp.
I think it's Beauchamp.
If your name
I'm
is
voting
Natalie
Beauchamp.
I took
Champ
French in high
Beecham,
school.
you
So,
won.
Beauchamp. I don't know.
Beauchampagne.
Oh, like a little, like it's got a little
Beauchamp.
bit more oomph.
I don't know. I
Natalie
don't know.
Beauchamp.
I could be
Natalie
wrong.
Beauchamp.
Miss
Okay,
Bonds
well,
would
she
be
didn't
proud of
show
me
up.
if I got that right.
No Beauchampagne there.
No Beauchamp.
No show Beauchamp. Oh, somebody's saying Beecham.
Beecham. See,
Ooh,
that's what
see, I don't know. I don't know. I think we're
Beecham.
gonna have to find
French
out.
Canadian.
Beauchamp.
All right. You want to do
Every
another
week-
one?
Okay.
All right. We'll do one more real quick. At least one more, unless you want to bang them
At
all
least
out.
one more.
All right.
I think you should do two more.
By the way, the day, I mean, how crazy would it be if this was the next name? But I just got to let you know the day that we draw Chris Brown, we are in big trouble.
yeah, because
there's
Chris
two.
Brown is
There's
it?
two
Ooh.
Chris Browns.
I
in
actually
BDC.
say it's
Split
whoever
the
is
money.
on.
Oh, it's Ever's on.
If there's a Chris Brown
Hey,
on
Yeah.
if
and a
your
Chris
name
Brown
is Chris
gets,
Brown,
you
you have
have
a two for one.
A two for
You have a
one.
double
You have a
shot
double
at this.
shot.
I don't
Like,
know.
man,
All
for
right.
sure this one.
All
I know
right.
it's the other Chris Brown.
Next
that won the
name.
Brown.
Yeah.
right. Wouldn't it be nuts if it was Steve Tullius?
That would be amazing.
That would be cool. That would be
Sharon Weichman.
Say,
What?
say it again.
Sharon Weichman.
Sharon Whiteman. Sharon Whiteman.
Sharon.
Whiteman. Sharon Whiteman.
Sharon, we want to share
We're
some
sharing.
money with you.
We're sharing money.
We're sharing money.
We're
If
sharing
Sharon-
knowledge.
Sorry. I found $100 today. I sometimes hide money randomly around my house, and I found
I do that
$100.
too.
That was nice.
Steve, I
Yeah,
hide
I-
money all the time.
Yeah, and here's what I think.
And I always forget where I hid it.
This is a
Great.
tip for everybody. No, let's just all do this right now. All of you here trying to win money.
Oh yeah, this in your
I
planner.
love this. Yeah, if you use a planner, just flip forward to whatever, and then stick $100 bill in there. Maybe put a note on it.
Yeah.
You'll love it because like some way down the road, you don't even know when. Bang! You turn the page, $100, inspirational note from you. Like, hey man, here's $100. It's gonna come in
Free money.
handy. Free money.
Free money.
All right, let's do one more.
One more
Let's do
free
one
money.
One more.
One more. Come on, Patty.
I'm trying here.
We got the timer right back up on Steven's face.
Yes.
Excellent.
Perfect.
I love
Sean,
this
do you-
dude
do you
drinking
remember this,
bourbon.
Sean? Do you remember this box?
All right.
This is the money box from summer camp.
Oh, that
Oh,
is
the
the
money
money
box.
box. I love it. You got it.
Go.
Yeah, you put money in and it comes right out. And
It
10
grows.
times.
I love it. See? That's like
Annie
our-
Solum.
Annie Solom.
Annie Solom. Annie Solom.
You need to call
Annie
like
Solom. You've won
Chris
you've
Brown,
won
Brian McCarthy.
700.
I moved the clock.
You did it.
Yes.
James
Thank
told
you.
me how to do it.
Nice.
Yes.
Now Steve doesn't
Annie
have to
Solom.
run back
With
and
the
forth.
You
assist.
got
Annie
5
Solom.
seconds, Annie Solom. You got 3 seconds, Annie Solom. Show your face. Come on, Annie.
You have most of you have a better chance of showing their face than Steve did that whole time with that timer in front of it.
It's amazing
Like-
how hard it is to give away $700 for like showing
Well,
up.
we got up to like $1,100.
Showing up. We did get up to 1100. Yep. All right.
Well, you got look at there's only 10% of BDC on here.
yeah.
I
well,
mean, like
but that increases
I
their
know
odds.
it does.
I want to talk to
odds.
Steve about workshops.
Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie? I love it.
Good song.
You guys are great.
So Steve, I
All
want to talk about this process. So especially for people that are like, hey, I think I have in my industry, funeral parlor, I think I want to do this. But a couple of things. One, let's talk about getting people to come. Like, how am I going to get people that aren't my current clients to come to my workshops? Two, Let's talk about people that are afraid of
Mm.
speaking. A lot of people just don't do this. They hear us and they're like, I get it, but they don't do it because they're afraid. What do you have for them?
Here's the thing, Sean. I can relate completely to that fear. I was deathly afraid of public speaking. And you asked me this recently on another interview. I always put it back into their hands. You know, if they have a product or service that has the capacity to massively impact and transform the lives of the people that they could potentially be serving, you know, they have an obligation to get that out, and they know it. They know that they have an obligation. And if we don't act upon that, that starts to eat at our very essence and soul. Like it really impacts people on a deep emotional and spiritual level. And that pain is way worse than the than whatever fear or whatever anxiety that standing in front of a group of people may cause. So number one, I try to connect with people at a deep level and then support them through a process of one, helping them understand that everybody has this fear. It's not, they're not alone. Two, that there's ways and techniques to get over that. One of the best ways to get over that fear is by telling everybody at the beginning of your talk that you're afraid.
Mm.
Right? I've found that one of the most powerful ways to get the room full of people to be on your side is to simply state something like this. Listen, I right now I'm actually really nervous and afraid. I'm shaking. But here's the thing. I realized that I didn't have the luxury of not sharing this information. And so I'm here tonight because I'm compelled to share this with you.
Mm.
When you do that, these people, one, they're also afraid of public speaking. They admire you for doing what you're doing. They admire you for standing up and speaking about a topic that is so important in their lives. And now they are cheering you on. Now you have all these people backing you up. And when we share that we're afraid and we're vulnerable and authentic, that's half the battle. And that's one of the main tips I share with people. When they do that, they're able to now grow, and now they have the support of the people right there in front of them.
Yeah, and it's like a pressure valve, right? You just say those words, and as soon as they come out of your mouth, it relieves some of the pressure that you've put on yourself to try to deliver perfectly or not mess up or not stumble on your words, because now you have been vulnerable enough with the group for them to know that you're really there just for them, and it may not be perfect because of your nerves. And I again, I see a lot of people because they don't start with that. So I love that they have so much pressure on themselves, and then you slather that on with the nervousness, and it's almost like a recipe for a disaster. I mean, I did that in my first talk. I remember I memorized every single word for my first talk.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like a freaking robot up there, like meh, 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 meh. And the second you stumble on a word, then you're totally off track, and your nerves, and you start sweating, and it gets so much worse. So if people were on my side from the beginning, maybe I wouldn't have felt like that. And you know what else, Steve? Somebody told me one time very early on when I started speaking, because I would do that all the time. I wanted it to be perfect. And I know a lot of you out there talk to us and they say that, they're just like they overanalyze and they think about everything, and they're thinking about the next line before they even say it. And the reality of it is even if you mess up, the people in the audience don't know. They don't
Yeah,
know what you were going to say. They don't know what you were supposed to deliver. They don't know the key points you were supposed to hit. So
yeah,
it's really, I remember hearing that for the first time and having so much relief and knowing I could screw up and I was the only person that would know about it.
right. And not and absolutely, they don't know what you're going to say, and no one else in that room knows more about the topic that you're sharing on, too.
Right. Right.
That's now where a lot of people go wrong is they try to be the expert in everything on the topic at hand
Mm,
instead of being the specialist in the one part of the equation, the one part of the puzzle for these people. Because let's face it, in any topic, any pain point, any problem, there's multiple people that are needed to help solve that problem. It's very rare that just one person is going to solve
Right.
all the aspects. I find with a lot of our members, a lot of their anxiety comes around thinking that they have to be all things to all people instead of stepping into their one unique specialty. And so that's what I really encourage anyone we work with is be the specialist. Focus on the piece that you do. Don't feel like you have to know everything, and don't try to speak on something you don't know, because that's another recipe to lose the emotional certainty that the audience has in you.
I just want to say, people are asking, Steve, how do we get people to show up? So just putting that in your mind. But I also, while I was watching the comments, I got a great idea. Coming up here in just, I think 2 weeks. So let's see, next weekend, I will not be here. It'll be you live from
Next
Indianapolis next Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm going to have to skip out.
Rough life, babe.
The following Wednesday, I'll be back. Here's what I was thinking. I was looking at the comments. We should do BDC live from places, because we have so many people in Indianapolis. Let's do a BDC live from the Bridgewater Club, live from Chatham Hills. Let's do one.
Come join us for our live.
Yeah, we'll go to different places and have people join us in the audience. And that way we can even have guests. But then that way, like Steve's like in Austin drinking his bourbon, we can have a whole live studio audience. I wonder if we could. I wonder if we could get the Arbuckles to let us broadcast BDC
he just
live.
said Blend and Prime.
Yeah, I wonder if we could do BDC live from Prime. That would be
that would be
sick. We'll just do
amazing.
BDC live. We'll have the live audience. We'll get all the people there. We'll take questions from the audience. We might even let the live audience have a chance at the canasta too. So we love giving away money.
I love it.
It'll be a ton of fun. That was just my idea.
All right.
So, all right, all of you from Indianapolis, get on it. Start figuring out where you want us to
Come
show
to
up.
Kansas.
We can come to live locations. Bring James. We'll have all
James
the
already said that
equipment.
would be dope. So if James
it would
in,
be
it's
killer.
game over,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
imagine
he's got to do
Blend.
the setup.
Blend would be so much fun. We'll smoke cigars.
That'd be like smoke.
It'll be
Smoke
smoky.
coming. You can't
Everybody
see
else,
ya.
but it's on a Wednesday. It's a low night, so we'll bring some extra people into the restaurant.
Sherman is ready to host. Are we going to be there on Wednesday?
Yeah, we will be there on a Wednesday. I don't know
Russell,
how
let's set
it'll
that
be.
up.
It'll be an investiture Wednesday, but we can do a special live
We might be able
from
to
the
just switch it
investiture.
up.
That would be
swap it up.
super cool.
Yeah.
Giving away money there. Yeah,
There you go.
that came to me there. That would be super cool. Steve, how do we get people to these workshops? People are like, great,
Everybody's
all right, you
asking.
convinced
Now
me.
what? Yeah.
I'll stand up there and I'll tell them I'm nervous. Okay, but I don't want to tell two people I'm nervous. How do I get people to come?
Well, before I share the secrets on how to get people to workshops, this is a piece that entrepreneurs, business owners really need to understand. It's one of the pieces that unfortunately a lot don't understand, is that it's all about math, right? It's all about leads. It's all about cost per lead, and it's all about knowing your lifetime value, right? These are pieces that I find that a lot of, especially service providers, now also other business individuals, other companies, other people who run other types of companies can have challenges with this, but not as much as service professionals, is that they often don't know the cost. They often don't know the lifetime value or look at it from a purely an ROI perspective. So the reason I share this is because we've been doing workshops for the last 10 years. We have more data, arguably, than anyone definitely in our industry. When I'm out there looking at other marketing agencies, there's very few that do event-based marketing. Like very, very few. We don't have much competition. Now we will as people go out there, but at the same point, I never really look at it as competition. But the challenge is when we're not really looking at the numbers. Right, we know that that a lead will cost somewhere between $20 to $30 for the particular types of workshops we give. Some are more, some are at $50, some can be up to $100. But if your value of your lead is $400, right? If you know that based upon math, that 20 to 30, we know that 20 to 30% of people are going to show up, right? You should, instead of focusing on how do we get more people to show up, focus on the math, focus on what the data tells us, that that we should expect 20 to 30% of people to show up. If we have more than that, great. But if our cost per lead is $20 or $30 and our value of our lead is 40 or is 400, which for the individuals we work with is typically the case, somewhere between 300 to 400, you just keep putting more money into that system, right? Increase your ad budget. Don't focus on the ones that aren't there. The other piece, because that's what we typically do. We focus on. Just the other day we had someone who had 68 registrations, so 68 leads, 68 registrants. They had 10 show up, and they had 12 new patients. And which, by the way, if 70% of those convert, which is the average, that's going to be approximately a return of $36,000 or a 10x return, right? And so instead of focusing on how great that was, they're wondering, like, why is so few people showing up? And I said, this was all within normal ranges of show rates. This is actually to be expected. And these people that didn't show up the first time are going to show up the next time, right? So in terms of how do we get more people to show up, number one, they're not going to show up if you have no leads, okay? Now it's simply a numbers game. Expect 20 to 30% to show up. Just have that expectation, and then focus on getting a cost per lead that's lower than what your value of your lead is. If you do that all day, every day, you'll make money and you'll serve more people, help more people, transform lives. And now, in terms of getting people there, well, you got to contact them. You got to make sure you have automations in place. You should have drip systems. You should make sure you're inside something like Go High Level. Now, you could use Eventbrite. Eventbrite allows you to send out emails. You can connect SMS systems with that as well. But you want to be inside a system that's going to allow you to put leads in and put them into an automated system that's going to do most of the communication. You want to send approximately 4 to 6 communications pre-event. And also this, and Sean, you really helped me with this when we were developing this system. Make sure you have post-event communications, because I remember this very specifically, Sean. You said you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving lives on the table. If you don't have a post-workshop, post-event sequence, then you're simply, you don't like money. Like, why wouldn't you have that? And yes, it takes time to develop, but once you have it and you have that system in place, then it's going to make you money.
I feel like if people are thinking to themselves right now, that sounds overwhelming. I don't even know everything you're talking about, or I feel kind of lost. You know what? It is a lot and it is overwhelming. And it took many years of work to fine tune it to make sure that it can convert on both the front side and the back side. And if you're like, I don't want to do all that,
Yeah, don't reinvent
don't
the
worry about
wheel.
it. Don't do
You
it.
have to
That's why
reinvent the
Steve's
wheel.
here, right? I mean, that's the reality of it is I know Steve's worked on this for many, many, many years to make sure that the system works. And so I think it is important. All of those components are vitally important to have a successful event.
I got to tell you, I'm already getting messages. Prime, Blend, their end. Yes, we can kill it. BDC live. And then what we'll do is we'll do our regular drawing from the canasta. And then if we don't get a winner, if there's no winner from the canasta, we'll do a live drawing from the live audience for gift cards for the place that we're at.
Oh.
So that, we'll make sure that there's winners
Somewhere.
way, whether you're watching live or you're live.
These are like your
in
shower
person.
thoughts
Yeah.
where you get out and you're like, I have the greatest idea. And then all day we work on developing it.
You know what I
love
learned
it.
from Steve today?
Right.
Math.
Math.
www.waitlistworkshops.com. You got to get in touch with Steve.
math.
Jump in there. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. He can help you in just about any industry, apparently, except for funeral parlors. But if you do anything that's not a funeral parlor, you got to reach out to Steve. Here's the deal. The trend is
or
coming.
your funeral parlor and you want to,
I think he can help.
I
funeral
know. I
parlors
feel
too.
like if you
actually
want to
do
be
it too. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if you sell, if you sell,
If you're a
bathroom
funeral,
rugs, probably not a good fit.
parlor, you can be the first one. That's what's really amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's what you got to
and
do: www.waitlistworkshops.com. Reach out to Steve Tullius. Have a conversation because you're getting ahead of the curve. I also want people to know this. If you wait and people don't know what to believe, but
Right.
you have no content and you don't do workshops,
And you don't know how to deliver
you've
them.
pigeonholed yourself. Like
Yeah.
you kind of backed yourself into a corner. This is your invitation to reach out to Steve and get ahead of this. Lisa Vanderpump says that I am Sean Stradamus. I really do believe from my Sean Stradamus position here that this is something that is cutting edge. It's on the front side of probably it's a year ahead of its time, but that doesn't
Yes.
mean that you should wait a year, because then when you wait a year and you jump in, there's a wait, or maybe you can't get in because your zip code's taken, or we don't have enough time to train you and get all of this spun up, and then your business suffers as a result. www.waitlistworkshops.com. What do we?
All right, we gotta
Four more
draw.
names.
Yeah, we got to draw the last
I
of
was
the
like,
names,
I
and
was
we'll
like,
let you
why
all
is everybody
go.
putting 4?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 names.
All
4 more
right.
names.
All right, Pat.
I also want everybody to know, if you want us to come to your place, you have to make an official reach out. Let's send reach outs to Megan at blackdiamondclub.com. Just as it sounds, Megan at blackdiamondclub.com. We've decided right here, live in front of you, that we're going to do BDC lives. I don't know if every week, probably not, but BDC live.
I feel like we're
live.
gonna end up having to buy like a dialed-in RV.
Well, that would be cool
Just
too. But I
going
can't.
on a road
but
trip.
I'm not taking James. James will fly in and fly out.
Okay,
BDC
then-
live. If you want us to come to
Just
your
Dexter.
place, if you want us to make a live appearance with BDC Live at your place, or maybe you know someone because you're kind of like, I don't know.
BDC live on tour. This is perfect.
Yeah, if you want us to come, and maybe you know somebody and you're like, I could get you in at whatever, at what is that called? Salt Lake Barbecue. Hard
Lake.
8. Is that right?
No, that
Hard
won't
8?
sell us because I don't like barbecue.
No, but the people will come. Where do you want us to go? We want to go to that cheesecake place in Philadelphia.
That'll
we need
sell
an
me.
in. We need an in
Yeah.
to the cheesecake
Get
place.
us in the cheesecake place.
No, not cheese steak.
Oh,
Cheesesteak place.
I'm down for cheesecake. I
Cheesesteak.
don't know what he's
We
talking
can go to
about.
Cheesecake Factory. That's you don't need an
No.
invitation to go there.
Ooh,
All right,
boy.
Pat.
All right,
Got your 4
kids.
names.
Yep.
We're going to Bridgewater Club. I bet we're going to Chatham Hills.
I bet.
I bet we come to Tallis Park.
Terry Watts.
Terry
Put it in reverse. Terry Watts.
Terry Cloth. We call him
Yep,
the Cloth.
the
Terry
Cloth.
Watts.
Terry's
The
been around
Cloth.
for a long time.
Terry Cloth. Let's go,
Terry.
buddy. You won $700.
Terry should know.
It's Terry Cloth.
There is a lot of people from Detroit. That's true.
Where would we go in Detroit?
Yeah,
What's
like
the
really
Detroit
sell us
place?
on Detroit. And like,
Ford
should we
Field.
take the RV out there? Do we fly in, fly out? Like, let us know. Oh,
Terry
Terry.
Cloth did not win.
Uh,
I was thinking we will do Everbowl. Let's do Everbowl Little Rock grand opening. We'll do
No, I know.
BDC live.
Oh,
BDC live from Everbowl Little Rock.
there you go.
Coming to Little Rock. All right.
Multiple times.
3 more names.
All
Patrick,
right, kids.
next one up. We should let Steve, you give commentary on this next name. Tell us what you know about them.
who is this?
Jacob Garth.
Oh, Jacob. Jacob's a phenomenal individual. I actually do know Jacob. He's got a servant's heart. He's doing great work in, I believe Utah. I'm pretty sure it's Utah. I may be mistaken. I'm pretty sure though.
Jacob's
and-
here.
We have a winner. We have a winner.
Jacob,
We
Garth,
have a winner.
you are winning.
Yo.
Ladies and
Look at that.
gentlemen,
We just needed
I know
Steve.
Jacob.
There he
ladies
is.
and
Very
gentlemen,
good.
we have a
Nice
winner.
job, Jacob.
Winner,
Way to show
winner.
up.
All we needed was for Dr. Steve to talk
Winner,
about it.
winner, not barbecue winner.
Holy smokes, everybody!
Congratulations.
Congrats.
$700.
Jacob,
Hey, is
that's
Jacob?
awesome.
Hey, is Jacob a
He
part
got,
of
wait,
Weightlifting?
he got the whole thing? He got all
Yeah, he got
700?
the whole. He got $700. Is he a part of Weightless Workshops?
Well, that would be a great investment, and if he wants to work with us, I have a great opportunity for him. So he should, and we've talked before. He does want to do it. So I think now would be the opportune time to do so.
I know, Jacob. This might be your sign,
Ooh,
right?
wow,
Like
it might be a
sometimes things
sign.
are
Like-
lining up and showing you it's time to take action. You got a nice little $700 padding, and
Well, I don't know what is there an offer
no,
tonight,
Steve
Steve?
said
Is
for
there,
Jake to reach out.
You
He's
know,
got a
what
special
is it?
offer.
What offer everybody else?
Yeah, here's the offer. I had not planned on this, but normally it's $1,500 to work with us per month. At BDC, I had a offer better than that. Okay, it was a great opportunity. A lot of people took advantage of it. We're not going to do that one anymore. But for anyone wanting to work with us, we're going to do $700. Right, it's $700 for the first month to find out how these workshops could be working for you and your community, regardless of your industry. And I always tell people this: once we look at their lifetime value and of their clients and what we bring and the number of leads, the cost and the risk is really in not finding out if this is going to work for you. That's what the real cost is, and I say that not because I'm conceited or because I don't, because I want to get them as clients, but because I know this can work for you and your industry. So let's find out.
$700. Can't beat that.
For majority of
because
you,
that was the prize number.
I know, but for
Perfect.
majority of you right now listening in, just ask yourself, how many clients would I have to get?
Well, I know what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
forget that part. Here's what they're saying. Well, what if it doesn't work?
Well, Sean,
Well,
what if it does?
The only way to find out is to call Steve Tullius. Reach out, www.waitlistworkshops.com. Get on Steve's calendar. Find out, what if it does work?
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
amazing.
you're on a YouTube live. You've got to meet Steve. This is a sign. This is the sign that you have been waiting for.
Get ahead of the game. Start doing live workshops. I mean, you've got a year. You've got a year to become an expert and be the best in the delivery to continue to convert clients and serve on a higher level. Great.
Steve, thanks for sponsoring the workshop. Sales Workshop is a big hit for everybody. If you don't have your tickets, if you saw us on social media, you can get your Money Matters tickets coming up in July. moneymatters.blackdiamondclub.com. moneymatters.blackdiamondclub.com. Indianapolis, July 28th and 29th. This is going to absolutely sell out. We're going to be joined by all kinds of amazing guests, including Mr. Clinton Sparks. He's going to be there. What is it that he says? I can't remember what he says. He's got a cool line. I'm not as cool as Clinton. Clinton is
He's
cool.
pretty cool.
If you
I
thought
know.
that Josh Luber was cool, and Josh Luber was
Wait till
way
you meet
cool,
Clinton. Yeah.
wait until you meet Clinton Sparks. Oh my gosh. He's going to be at Money Matters. We got a couple other super surprise guests that you're going to absolutely love seeing. Probably Steve Tullius will be there. I don't know if they have country dancing in Indianapolis, though.
I'll find it.
Sure they do.
If they got it.
I love it.
I got to tell you what. Give us some line, two-step country line dancing credentials. What are you? The reigning amateur Austin champion.
Third place. However, this weekend I leveled up this weekend. I was the second best dancer at the dance hall. That when everyone went out, I confirmed with other people I was the second best lead in the dance hall. So that in and of itself is a big deal. But I can guarantee you, I don't do anything small. I don't do workshops small. I don't play around. Anything I do, I get obsessed over it to be great at it. And I will one day be one of the best two-step dancers in the world. I promise you.
Love it.
Third place just for now.
Just
First
for now.
place is in your sights. But here's what I did find out. Once you place in the top 3 in like the amateur, now Steve has to compete with
Up a level.
Yeah, he's got to go
makes
up. They don't
sense.
let you like win
Yes.
amateur over and over.
It's true.
Is that right? Right? Now you're a pro.
Yes, and Lonnie Wilson and Brian McCarley also said that 8 Second Saloon in Indy is the place to go. So
Perfect. There you go.
that's where we're
I
going.
already know people loved it at the last workshop, so they're going to be waiting for you to take them at this one, Steve.
moneymatters.blackdiamondclub.com.
Yep.
Definitely, it's guaranteed to sell out. You saw the pictures. You got all these like early bird, triple early bird, super special early bird. Wait, the early bird got the worm, but there's still more worms for you, early bird. We don't do
Not
that.
like
We don't
that.
play like that. There's just get your ticket, or you don't have your ticket. There are tickets, and
Ticket
there
or no ticket.
and there is
Yeah.
sold out.
Yeah.
And this is going to sell out. Jump on moneymatters.blackdiamondclub.com. Get your ticket. You'll be able to hang out with Steve Tullius. You'll be able to dance with Steve Tullius. if you're not a lead and lead, that doesn't go
Doesn't
together.
work.
And you'll be able to talk to him about waitlist workshops. Jump on that. $700, but you got to take action now. Now, be decisive. Jump on and talk to Steve Tullius.
I just got to say one last thing,
All
babe.
right.
With those moves that keep coming up on the screen that you have,
That's
I
not
think-
country. That's not country.
I know, and I don't think you would be a lead. So maybe Steve
Oh.
can show you a thing or two.
That's hip hop right there.
That's
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 right.
some hip hop.
I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying those moves every time they come up. So
I enjoy them all the time, Steve. Let me tell you.
Steve, thanks for being a sponsor. You're the best. Thanks for taking the time with us.
appreciate
Go
you.
tear it
Oh,
up
this
in
is a blast.
Austin. All of your peeps are waiting for you.
This was so much fun. So thank you guys for the opportunity. I had a blast. You guys are doing an amazing job here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Next week,
Yeah.
we reset $300. 3 names, $300. You're going to get Lacey solo because I'll be partying with
That's
Ricky
right.
Fowler at the Masters. If I can find him, he's probably got a qualifier. He probably won't be there.
Let's get
But
photos.
we're going to be hanging out at the Masters next Wednesday. And then after that, maybe we might be launching
Maybe we'd be
BBC
going
Live.
live.
You never
Yeah.
know. All right, everybody. Until
you go.
next time, see you.